to part two. Hey everyone, and welcome back. Who's excited? No, wait, hold on. You have to go and watch part one first and then come back so you can see all this mess. Never mind, just come back later. Bye, guys. Just kidding. I was not up for it, you guys, but with the tips and tricks that I have for you, I'm gonna teach you how you can declutter and organize for 2023. Declutter for you, not you declutter for the home. As like it's very helpful in so many ways. One, because you don't have to be like the people on the internet. Two, you don't have to really have those aesthetic pleasing containers, or my house is not like the type that I see on social media, or all these lies that your brain just tells you that you need to have certain things or do certain things like the people you watch. Yeah, I found that. I was so happy. For you to be successful when it comes to decluttering. I don't know if you remember, but I remember the Macondo, I think that's the name, I forgot about it, was trending because of how the lady successfully declutters. Well, we're not doing that. We're doing what works for you, not for me, or not for your neighbor, or, you know, let's just get started. So, the very first thing that I like to start with is always stuff that I keep putting off. For example, if I'm always cleaning the closet, or every time I change, or every time I'm looking for an outfit and I keep skipping certain shirts and I just don't wear them, at least I let it be like 5 times and I'm like, okay, it got to go. That's my tip and recommendation. One, you don't have to declutter off the back everything that you think you're not gonna need or you might not use, unless you already have saved that specific item for more than 3 to 5 times. That's when you should be able to kind of, every time you see it, you prepare yourself like, okay, I'm not wearing you, or okay, this is just in the closet, it's been over a year, 6 months, 3 months, I just don't wear it, it's time to let it go. And you can apply that to literally everything. It can be to, I don't know, makeup, it can be to, items in the bathroom, skincare products, like stuff that you keep putting off. Have a limit to it, like in your brain register it like as like, okay, 4 times it has to go. That's my number one thing when it comes to decluttering, because it does help you in a way where it doesn't feel like, so dreading, and you won't regret it because you have been preparing yourself for the past 5 times that you have not used that certain item. Another trick is that when decluttering and organizing, it's always so good for you to start with a canvas. As like little by little, it's better to work in a room by room than the entire project itself. That's like, okay, for this day, I'm going to focus for, in the closet. Therefore, when I get rid of clothes that I no longer need, and I have to have a clean canvas to see what I'm working on, because if you see here, it's a piece of donut. And later on, you're going to see a cookie in my drawers. Like, I'm not saying you're going to find that in your drawers, or maybe your kids are grown. But when you get to see the canvas as like the entire thing that you are working on only, and not distracting yourself with like, I gotta get rid of stuff in the kitchen. If you go room by room to declutter things, it can happen. You can get it done. It will take you longer. It will overwhelm you, and then you just like put it off. Like, I can't do this, and you end up shoving it in and just like, I'll do it another day. So when you just you focus in certain area, you will be more successful to do it, and to even have time to end up making a bag to donate, or even just to see the transformation in your eyes. Because, like, honestly, this is the perfect video for me to show you how this is like taking forever for me, because I wanted to keep putting it off. I didn't even realize my husband was here. When the hubby comes through. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're gonna get this done quick. And I keep telling myself this is a trick where, like, oh, okay, 3 more minutes, 5 more minutes. Oh, next thing you know, I'm about to be done. And I don't know if about you, but when I was little, like, the fear of hearing if you don't pick this up is gonna be in the trash was like, oh no, like I gotta pick everything up and just shove it in somewhere where my mom won't find it. Now, your mom always knows everything and finds everything anyway, but the effort is what counts. Okay? Well, you as an adult know what things should no longer be in your closet. You know, it's common sense stuff that is, yes, just worn out. It needs to be thrown in the trash. And if you want to take a step further, get to enjoy the process and just like do things that work for you, in a sense that you don't have to get separate containers or to match the entire room, or if I don't have this, I'm not gonna do that, or if I get I don't know, like I need to save up money just for this. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your life. Okay, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just trying to help you a little bit with just my tips and tricks that I have done over the years as a teenager, as in doing a cleaning content YouTube channel, where when I declutter, I go through things. Now, in the process, this is my trick, okay? In the process, don't think about it as like I gotta get this done in a way where like there's just no way around it. Instead, look at it like, how far can you go? How fun can it be? Now, whenever you feel like that, I felt this day like not wanting to do it. I was exhausted, y'all. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. Like, but then it's just like I forced myself to trick my mind that we are gonna do this, either you're ready or not, and I'm going to distract my mind by listening to my favorite uh, YouTubers or podcasts, something that will distract you from what you're doing. And next thing you know, you're so distracted with your mind that you forget what your hands are even doing, because I don't know, that's how your body just works sometimes, honestly. And next thing you know, I was just like so zoned out with this rotten mango. I don't know if you know her, but she does like true crime from like Korea and stuff, or like just stuff like that. And it's just like I get so tuned in that it's like I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and my mind is distracted by telling me what to keep all the time, or I should save it later, which leads me to my other recommendation. More like is it a tip? It's a tip, not a trick. Where if you keep telling yourself, I'll do it later, or I'll save it for when I need it, those are your mind just playing tricks on you. Because if you really, really think about it, it's like Marie Kondo said, like touch the item, or like see if you sense something from it, or I don't know how she really does it, but honestly, like once your mind tells you, I'm gonna keep it because I know I'm gonna use it later, or I might need it, that is just telling you that you're forcing yourself to get back on that loop of like just basically being, no, not being a hoarder, I can't say that, but more like full of like just doubts that if I throw it away, I'm gonna regret it and I'm gonna have to buy another one. See what I'm saying? So therefore your mind tells you, just, let's save it, or like I said earlier, like let's just, I might need it later. Like, and you just keep putting it back, you could put them back. Now, if you do that for one or two items and you are more in control, then it's okay. But if you're doing it with everything that you do on your daily basis, then it becomes a problem where everything starts to get in so cluttered that it clutters your mind, can't think straight, you feel overwhelmed because when you clean the space that you are in more, you feel the difference as not only satisfying your, I don't know, you don't only get satisfaction, but you enjoy everything about it, as like it doesn't feel like you were forced or drained. You feel more like relaxed, and like, yeah, like I did that. And you can definitely tell the difference. Help me, y'all, in the comments for people that are really struggling when it comes to decluttering and organizing, because everybody lives different, everybody has different preferences, and everybody just, at the end of the day, we are a community and we get to share our opinions or share our experiences, and we end up helping each other. Now, was I always like this? No, it took a lot of trial and error. At the end of the day, I'm not perfect, and guess what? You're not perfect, and your neighbor that has everything so aesthetic, it's not perfect. Like a lot of people do get discouraged when they see the social media, or like they don't have, what people show you. But honestly, a lot of things that you do see on the internet is not really realistic. It's just not. It's almost like, think about it as like every time you see a YouTuber, I'm not throwing shade to them. Like, is that's how they live, that's how they live, okay. But I'm saying, like, don't put yourself in a position where maybe that YouTuber is a totally different person than what you see. Therefore, they have to keep their image. Think about it as like Kardashians, but on YouTubers. There's a lot of YouTubers, sadly, that are so pretending to be in this world when they're not, and not in a mean way, more as like a depressive way that they hide it with a smile, and that's why a lot of people that get discouraged seeing all these beautiful materialistic things, or like, oh, if I had that home, it will always be clean, or if I had this car, like your mind starts getting you to trick you to feel so bad about yourself, and for the mess to keep accumulating and just like overall just overwhelming you, leading to affecting your depression or your anxiety if you already have, like, that's why doing things little by little and focusing in one room to another, like taking your time, does not matter how long. This can take you a week, it can take you 3 days. It's nobody's business but your business, boo boo, okay? Always have that in your mind.
I'm better off with you. Like I'm better off with you. Kinda used to these battlegrounds where you flee, you don't stick around, no. But the way you've been giving me time, oh, it's something in me that says it's fine. Hoping you wouldn't change me. Got the same old thoughts, be my referee. I will be alright, never cut it right.
Like in different stages in your life, you will see things differently. Like how I see things and do things right now, I was not like that 10 years ago. You grow as a person on your own, and it gets so overwhelming when you try to do something that somebody else is doing. That's why you have to focus always to do what works for you, for your environment, for your place. And at the end of the day, everybody has clutter somewhere in their house. Everybody has a dust in one room. Like, it's never perfect. Have that in your head. Nobody has their house like quick squeaky clean to the point that like nobody will see no sign of mess. It's not possible. It's not like, it requires a lot of discipline, a lot of motivation for themselves, or just like, it kind of reminds me of like when people are sad, either they go shopping or they eat food for comfort. A lot of people use cleaning for comfort. It's just like you always find something that gives you that comfort. And when you find that comfort with anything you do in your life, it's so much smoother, it's stress free, and you get to enjoy the process. And that's what, when I tell you guys that I enjoy the process of cleaning, it's like I'm enjoying every single moment of it when I'm not interrupted, of course. At the end of the day, I'm a mom of four, but it happens. Like, this can look like it took a long time, which it did. I almost got a cramp, but the afterward was worth it. Was it worth it? It was worth it, girl. It was. And I enjoy the process instead of me feeling like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this. And the reason I did this was because I wanted the carpet to dry faster and to really, that machine, focus on getting the most of the product out, including like the final touch up cleanup, whatever. And you know that's like my ultimate tip, for sure, that you have to do what's best for you in a sense of everything. Not just like, okay, I'm going to give you tips and tricks, 10 of them. Here has how you do it and what you know. Because you have to consider everything in your life, as like you have different schedules. You work on the night. Maybe you just don't have time except one day in the weekend. Like, you have to apply how it works for you and focus on our area, and little by little it will get done. It will, and it does suck when you are in a place or a mindset with like you just feel like, I just can't do anything. I'm just gonna lay down on bed in bed like all day, and it happens. Sometimes you do need those reset moments of not just cleaning your entire house in one day, but the reset moments of taking care of yourself, do something that you enjoy, take a long bath, watch an entire TV show series, to kind of just like let go of life, let go of responsibilities. Everybody needs those, moments in their life so they can reset and just like take care of the stuff they already have, instead of like focusing so much on the things that they want and not the things they need. Um, Life can be so beautiful when you just enjoy the process of not only enjoying what you do or how you do it, but not having to be so stressed or having a meltdowns like, I just can't do it like this person, or like, how does this person do it? Like, you don't try your best to distract your mind on leading you to those negative, or like that mindset where you have to have it all right, or have it to be like 100% just perfect. It's just not possible. And guess what? It will never be possible in a way where like, no matter how much you try to be perfect, you just can't be perfect. That's just like the way life is. If you really play the video, the first part and this part, you will notice certain items keep being dragged in a way where, like, let's say, okay, perfect. So my e-file, which, like, how I do my nails, the electric one, if you really close attention, pay close attention, not play, well, you can play the video, but you know what I mean. You pay attention, you can notice that I drag it from one place to another place to another place to another place until I put it where it goes. Now you can avoid all that if you just put it where it goes. So it's so good and great to have a certain spot for the specific item. And that's why when you see videos where they have specific storage for a specific item, it works. It does. Now, people do it differently. You don't have to have a basket for a certain item. You don't. But you can have an area where you know it's going to be working for you and it's going to stay there. And every time you need it, you know where it's at instead of you looking for it. Like I was looking for that tripod that I was looking for like for a whole 2 weeks and I couldn't find it. But where it was in the closet. So when you do have an item that keeps being dragged throughout the month, that you just keep cleaning and you just keep putting it off instead of having a certain area, it does take you longer and it ends up looking cluttered and it ends up looking like, like, I don't know about you, but I'll be like, where did I leave it? Where is it? Like, I just, now my kids get a lot of things, especially Zion, gets a lot of things that I'm not even aware of in a way, like the cookies that I found in the drawers. I didn't even know it was in there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not constantly in that one spot. So that's why it's important to kind of like deep clean, where kind of you have to have that like reset that certain spot to see what you have, what you no longer need, and take the time with it, because it just helps you in the long run when you take the time. As like, what certain item is, when you cleaned it or when it needs to be cleaned, instead of looking for things and then as you're cleaning you just putting it off in one area and then end up to having to clean the one area again because you just don't know what's on that area. It's like a cycle that we not just you, we do, because we start thinking those thoughts. I was like, I'm gonna need it, I'm gonna use it, and at the end of the day you end up like overworking yourself and not even thinking about it, like it just happens. And this is like literally a perfect video because you see how dirty this bathroom is. Life sometimes does take over and you don't have to have everything like down to like, okay, on Monday I'm gonna do this and by Friday all of this is just gonna be done. It's just like life happens and you have to do what you do every single day, and you have to add on to things that must be done. And at the end of the day, it's like I said, you do one thing little by little. And the key is here, I feel like, it's just try your best not to be overwhelmed. And if you are an overthinker like I am, distract your mind with your favorite music, favorite podcast, favorite YouTuber, or Spotify, audiobooks. Just like distract your mind on like, because your mind can judge you, okay? If you are worried about fulano tano, like your mind really can judge you, and if you let it take over, it can be your enemy. It really can. And it makes you feel so much like caca that you just like, oh man, like, never mind, I'm not doing anything. You guys have seen me clean this bathroom so many times in so many videos and just in so many ways, honestly. And this time I got rid of a lot of stuff. Did I want to? No. But since it was more than 6, 7 times that I kept saying I'm gonna use it, I end up getting rid of it. So here I'm showing you, because like people beyond me, the old toothbrush for cleaning that I was using in this video, and then the actually Zion's toothbrush, because like as a content creator, people just expect me to be like I don't know, perfect. I don't know, but like I was called out because I used my outdoor shoes in the carpet as I was cleaning it, which is understandable because I did suggest it to not do that, which again is understandable. But I was in and out. I was setting the camera. I was going with the kids. Like, you don't know exactly behind the scenes. And at the end of the day, I'm human, just like you are human. And that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, as long as you understand and your brain understand it's your business, nothing else should matter. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it. Nobody's doing it for you. Nobody should tell you how to do it. When it comes to content, I show you what I'm doing. I don't show every little thing or specific thing, because at the end of the day, we do have some things in private, or with things that we just don't want to share, or like just like stuff that there's no need for, and a lot of people like to just focus on pointing out all the negatives, or focus on telling you how to do it, when to do it, or when you're doing it wrong. But when you're doing something right, really remember this: when you're doing something right, people will always try to find some sort of thing that can knock you off. It's almost like like when bullying happens, it's like most likely because you have something that they don't have. And it's sad. It's sad because like let me not get to that topic, but when you're doing something right, you will start seeing people's real how they really feel about you on things. And you cannot have your mindset on that side either, because then you can be your worst enemy at the same time. I hope you understand what I'm saying, and like hopefully I'm helping you a lot with these tips and tricks just in life in general, because like they are helpful when you really just put in the work for it. So just when I thought I was done, I completely forgot that I had this drawer left. Now I was really thinking about it, like, girl, I am tired. I don't want to do it. But guess what? I tricked my mind. I'm like, this is gonna take me like 2 minutes. It's gonna be that quick. I had to get rid of stuff anyway, so it's gonna be fast. And next thing you know, I was done. And like sometimes you just like have to have this certain discipline to just like not for it to feel like a duty, like you're forced to, instead of like just 3 minutes, like I'm in control here, not these things here. And I feel like everything that I'm saying right now, I hope people does not take it out of context and just like make something up for it. Like this whole part 1, part 2 took me basically a week, and I got rid of stuff. 2 bags at first, bags in the part 1, and then 3 bags on part 2. I'm donating stuff. I'm giving stuff from my mom to my sisters, and like I said, this is a realistic, declutter, messy house. Clean with me. And guess what? Most of it, where do I even start? Okay, I love journaling, and it's something that I really truly enjoy, and I most of the times don't share like that on videos because, hold on, read this. Because it's something that I enjoy, and I shouldn't be stressing over on filming it, or like it's something that just, kind of just melts my brain away from everything. Now, at this point, sometimes I low-key feel like a hoarder when it comes to keeping things as like paperwork from kids, or just stuff that I know I'm gonna need, and if I do throw it away, I'm gonna regret it. That's what I was saying. And although I took a lot out and two are completely empty, I still felt like, should I really share this? Because like I'm over here giving all these tips and all of that and all that, and they're like, okay, girl, but you have a lot of stuff and stuff that don't need to be there, and you're over here giving all these tips and blah blah blah, right? But think about it this way. I'm sharing with you the tips that are working for me and things that could help you, right? Now, journaling is something very special and close to me, dear to me. That's how I like to journal when it comes to, the Bible and like self-reflection, and like I truly just enjoy it. And I have specific journals that are gonna be here on earth for a while, as like they're gonna be passed down to my children, because I have journals where I talk about when they did a specific thing certain day that just felt really so special, or an experience that they had with me, or a specific words that they said to me that just make my heart really feel so cherished and loved. Dates, like, that's why I journal. Now you can see, if you don't journal and if you don't have little things like this that make you happy in a way, we're like, oh, I have to have this, it kind of feels like it's more like, okay, that's just a lot of junk, Selma, that you have. Like, you don't need all of that to journal. And I agree. You just need a pencil and a journal. You don't really need all these little details. But that's what makes me happy. It makes me happy in a way where, like, I like to decorate it, I like to take my time. The whole process of it is almost like cleaning. I like to start with the canvas. Like I said, you go on circles on like how things work for you. Now, I did get rid of a lot of stuff. And journaling items, not only I use it, but my kids use it for school stuff, or when they want to make special notes, birthday cards, Christmas cards, whatever it is, like it's there. I stopped journaling for a little bit because like Zion wouldn't let me, and either he was asleep at night and it was hard to see to journal. So I kind of put like a pause to it, and me seeing everything again, it just made me feel motivated to do something for myself, as like enjoy the process and kind of let go of stress that way. See what I'm saying? There's some things that people just won't understand. For them, it can't look like she has a mess. How does she live like this? And people think like that about you sometimes. They don't say it. They don't say it. But girl, I'm pretty sure they think about it. But like I said, they have to keep and mind their own business, and you mind your business. Like, we all have that one specific area that makes us happy, and no matter what anybody tells us, this is how we feel about it, and we're gonna keep it this way. And it's okay to do that, because you know what, it's at the end of the day your decision, your life, and it's what makes you happy. Okay, like, or like when people have collections of, I don't know, sneakers, or a collection of perfumes, is their thing. That's what they love. It motivates them. Let them be. They're not harming anybody. They're not harming you. They're not affecting your rent. They're not affecting your bills. Like, see what I'm saying? The more you think your brain, like, trick your brain to think this way, you will overcome it. Like, hands down. And here, I almost didn't want to do it because, like, Zion kept grabbing things, and I was like, mommy this, mommy that. And I'm like, dude, let me get this done. Let me get this through. Let me get it. Let me get through this, because like this video has to be up, and like I have to edit a ton. And then I end up finding this, all the little notes that I have still from when Zion was a baby. It was like a baby shower on the internet, basically, where subscribers purchased a gift and it was sent to my home from Target. And experiencing this with Zion was like, wow, now he's 2, and these are the people that really care about me, and like in a way where like they took care of me in so many ways. I don't know, I feel like whenever you have kids, the first kid is exciting, and then it's a whole on baby shower and everybody's excited for you, family members, and then the more kids you have, the more they talk mess about you, like, oh, another one or another one. So the four kids, I did not do a baby shower because like I knew nobody was gonna go anyway. So, I ended up doing like a baby registry, and a lot of people helped out. And you know what? All that stuff that you guys end up buying for us for Zion, we end up giving it away to like my cousin and just my friend that had babies. And I was so happy to pass it down someone in need for it, like, because like I like to do that. Like if I have it and I know they need it, like I'll give it to that person. And it just kind of set the mood, changed my attitude. I was like let me just enjoy it. Once again, like this is my things. This is my vibe. And it's amazing how certain items or materialistic things can change your mood. And now I feel like if the mood takes over in a way, like, I don't know how to explain it. Let me see. Let me think. Like people keep stuff of their loved ones that have passed away, or stuff that is just really close to heart, and people feel some type of way about it when you do show it, or you try to keep it as private as you can, and then people bug you with it. Is the most frustrating, annoying thing. It's like, I'm not gonna get rid of it. Quit asking for me to do that. I'm not saying this happening to me, but I have seen a lot of occasions with family members and just like friends, how like someone will make you feel so little, as like you're crazy for keeping something that is really just so meaningful to you. See what I'm saying? And it's like, why? Like, what am I doing to you that you just feel so entitled to tell me what to do with this item, right? And here I had IDs from high school, like, yes. And although I should get rid of them, I keep them because it just reminds me of moments of, when I was a teenager, a moment when, like, the driver's license that I pulled out, how much I struggled to get the driver license. And now, by the grace of God, I have no tickets, no record of me driving bad or getting in wrecks, by the grace of Him. And it just makes me feel like I struggled so much to get the license, and look at me now. Like, wow, that is so amazing. And just certain things like that, they make you a better human, a better person, a sense of like thinking as a whole human being instead of just like another person. See what I'm saying? Like, oh, I met a person like that before. Or, this is what makes you unique, how you do things your way. You don't have to do it my way. You don't have to do it other people's way. Do it how it works for you and what makes you feel okay and not pushed over. Okay? Concentrate on that. Now, I end up filming a lot more, but it did not get on YouTube because I could not. Storage, okay? Storage. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I had to take a lot of stuff out, and it sucks, but I think I'm gonna end up adding it to the new video coming up next week. So just so you know, it will not go to waste. But I recorded the main thing that I wanted to record, and make you feel like you're not alone in this. Like sometimes it takes me a month, 2 months, 3 months to deep clean an area. It just does. It happens. And I don't beat up myself about it like I used to. And I always told myself it will be done, just not today. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, cherish life, enjoy life, do what works for you, focus on what matters to you. Always think about your business, not everybody's business. And the same goes around as like they had to mind their business and you mind your business, and everybody can be okay, and it's gonna work for you if you really apply this in your life with anything, not just cleaning and decluttering and organizing, with anything as like when a place is clutter, full of the clutter and not organized, somehow it makes your brain foggy, clutter, and just overall feel overwhelmed, stressed, and don't even know where to start. Take it day by day, room by room if you have to, and it will be done over time. Don't pressure yourself about it. And if you do really struggle on getting rid of stuff, then do 10 times, do 20 times, do 25 times. I was like, okay, I have seen you 25 times. You're in my closet, or this item has been in my closet for the past 5 years, and I just don't see myself throwing it away. Then let it be another year, and just kind of trick your brain, keep telling your brain, I'm gonna get rid of that, I'm gonna get rid of that. So by the time you do get rid of it, you will be ready, instead of like, I had to get rid of this right now, or just get stressed in a moment, and next thing you know, you regret it because like you didn't prepare yourself mentally. I'm telling you, it works every time. It works. I really hope you truly enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you and catch you on my next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. You guys are amazing. Stay safe, stay blessed. We love you. Bye.